Well, hello there, my pet. Long time no see. Well, of course I remember you, darling. I never forget a face. Especially not yours. As soon as I saw your name in the request queue, I snatched it up for myself. Repeat encounters are my favorite kind. Did you miss me? Wonderful. Well then, how can I be of assistance? Clearly, you want help relieving yourself of some of these negative feelings. But I find it's helpful to have context for them. What seems to be the problem, pet? Conflict with a coworker. That can certainly be a very fraught relationship. And without any of the nuance that can come from one with family or friends instead. In those, when there is conflict, it's usually a much more complicated affair. Good memories clashing against the current frustrations. Deep-seated care or love that makes the anger harder to hold on to. Not so with a coworker. It's a much more transactional relationship. And when that transaction isn't being honored, the stage is set for resentment. Am I on the right track? Oh, no, pet. Hate is a strong word, not an inappropriate one. There are perfectly valid reasons to hate. The ones you held the last time I helped you, for example. But I do wonder if perhaps it's not the most accurate label for your current feelings toward this particular person. I think it's a fair enough shorthand for how you feel about them. But I also think there's value in the long form. Tell me more. Tell me how you feel when you think about them. What brought that on? Ah. No, I don't think that's an unfair assessment. I see why you feel that way. I believe I'd feel the same way in your position. frustration, anger, disquiet. Those are all perfectly natural responses. And they are uncomfortable states to linger in. I completely understand why you seek relief from them, particularly since your options to address the source of those feelings is quite limited. Unfortunately, in this exact instance, my ability to consume those feelings from you is also going to be limited. Your emotions surrounding this person more readily fall under the banner of a strife demon rather than a sadism demon like myself. There is intersectionality there, of course. Feelings aren't monoliths. They exist in combination and contradiction. But the feelings that I am attuned to, that I can consume or alleviate, hatred, malice, harm, they exist at a level that you aren't fully at in this situation. Well, I don't know that it's my call to make if that's good or not. If hearing that makes you feel better, then yes, I'd say that's good that you're not at that level. If hearing that makes you feel invalidated in your experiences, then the answer would be more complicated. In that sense, I prefer to look at it from this objective point. My powers, such as they are, can only be of limited help to you at this moment. So, if you'd prefer to confer with a strife demon, I can help arrange that. My priority, my whole reason for being a part of this program is to help people feel the way they want to feel. That's what I want for you. Oh. Well, I'm glad you feel comfortable with me. I appreciate that. And I understand not wanting to go through this all again with a new stranger. For what it's worth, while I am a sadism demon, I'm also more than my powers, more than my particular branch of feeding. I certainly don't claim to be any kind of a counselor. I'm not any kind of a professional in that sense, but feelings are my lifeblood, within and without. And I'd like to think that's given me some insight, even if just as a confidant. If hearing any of it might help, I'm here. I'm all yours. Okay. If I may, I don't think you're being fair to yourself when you say that. Well, take me, for example. As established, I have an innate connection to feelings that a lot of people would consider dark, vile, negative, and the feelings that I feed on can certainly bring about actions that are dark, vile, or negative. They are very powerful emotions, ones that can be particularly difficult to reconcile with. But feelings aren't purely positive or negative. They might be enjoyable or unpleasant, but it's the impact of the emotion and what we do with it that makes the difference. We can't necessarily prevent ourselves from experiencing a particular emotion, even if we find the thought of it distasteful. Two things can be true at once. To be accountable to the actions you take as a result of your emotions, while acknowledging the hand those emotions had in your response. You are responsible for your actions, of course, but you are allowed to feel honestly and unfiltered. It's a part of existence. What you choose to harbor, what you choose to actualize, there's far more meaning in that than in trying to judge a feeling at its immediate outset. To deny that these kinds of feelings exist in all of us is to deny a part of your existence. And that is the far more dangerous path to walk. Balance isn't the denial of so-called negative emotions, but the acceptance of them, the reformation of them into actions that fit within your values. You're not a bad person for having unkind thoughts toward a coworker whose actions have consistently irritated you. Your needs aren't being met, and the situation doesn't align with your values. So, you feel anger toward them, frustration at their actions and attitude, a level of resentment as the situation continues without resolution. It's fair to not want to hold on to those feelings, to not let them take ownership of your time, to want to develop into a person that can more readily acknowledge the feeling and make change from it, rather than dwelling in it. That's admirable, but it's not fair to judge yourself for experiencing the emotion in the first place. That's just a part of our existence. Here. Yes, it's my number. There's no guarantee that if you put in a request in the app that I would be the one that picks it up. This way, if you want to just chat, you can reach me directly. No, I don't trust most of my clients with my own number. In fact, you are the first I ever have. But I find I do trust you. Well, a cynical take would be that my ability to detect and parse emotions makes it easy to know who to trust and who not to. The reality is far more complicated. Anything involving emotion is. But I have more than just emotional context with you. And the comfort that you feel with me goes both ways. Uniquely so for me. It's a rare gift when artifice can be dropped altogether with another person. I will not judge you for what you are, just as I do not judge you for what you have tried to fashion yourself as. So, if you need me, you have me, pet.